Welcome to a Barre Yoga Fusion class. We'll begin at the front, stepping in place, deepening the breath, paying attention to the breath. And for your bar positions, you can, for the hand alignments, you can use your hand mudras. Fifth, again with the hand mudra. Continue deepening your breath and paying attention to your breath while maybe moving in one place. Great. Right hand on the hips, left hand up and over, side reach. Opposite side, reaching up and over the head, lengthening. Palms of the hands facing forward. And shoulder rolls, you will draw circles with your fingertips, changing direction. Let's look over to one side, over the other. Keep the chin parallel to the floor and just bring it as far out and back as possible without compromising alignment. Side to side reaches. Really lengthening here. Inhale, both hands over the head. Exhale, forward fold. Shake your head, relax your neck. Inhale, look ahead of you, hands on the floor, step back, plank. Spread the fingers wide open, pull the belly in. Upward facing dog, back bend. Look up, lengthen the back of your neck. And transition into downward facing dog. Lifting the booty, lifting the tailbone, stepping in place again, walking in place, stretching one hamstring at a time, moving the hips. Stay fluid. Inhale the right leg up. We'll press the right heel up 10 times. Using your glutes, using the hamstrings, keep the belly firm. Now open the toes out and do 10 more poses out. From here, we're going to bring the leg out to the side and do 10 more poses out, keeping the leg as parallel to the floor as you can. Walking in place, both feet down. Opposite side, 10 poses with the left heel. Use your booty. Open the toes out, 10 more. And let's open the leg out to the side, 10 more. Walking in place, feet down. Let's step the feet to the front of the mat, forward bend. Remember to stay fluid during this class, and if you need to come back to this class and repeat it so that you can get the movements and the postures down, you can do that a few times a week. Continue to deepen your breath. Shoulders back and down. Coming back to your alignment, and here you can draw figure eights with your hips, increasing the fluidity of the movements. You can include the knees here, bending the knees, lowering down and coming back up again, sticking with your figure eight. Just stay fluid, it doesn't matter how it looks, it's just that you're experimenting with a different form of movement and allowing your hips to move and of course this will increase your flexibility. Great, stepping onto your right foot here. Bring your left foot behind you and you can come up onto your toes a couple of times, rolling on the feet. And now we'll press the left leg behind us, ballerina style, 10 times. Use your muscles, your hips and your glutes, and at the same time keep your core steady. Step back in high lunge and we'll reach over the head with the left hand a few times, really lengthening the left side of the body. Now reaching in front of us, alternating hands, really make each movement count. Double count. Pulsing the movements, employing your muscles. And again, reaching over the head. I love side reaches. They really improve your digestion amongst other things. They really help with your waistline, feeling good, toning the internal organs. Step to the front and push your leg once. And back to high lunge. Step to the front, press the leg back up, ballerina style once, and we'll do 10 reps of this. High lunge, stepping forward, press the leg back to high lunge. Stepping forward, stepping in high lunge. Really use your legs here. The muscles in your legs have to work. Of course, you can use a chair if you don't feel very confident in your moves. But eventually try to do these movements without the chair because this will make your core stronger. Balancing is very important. Back to warrior one. Take the heel on the front leg off the floor so you're on the tippy toes and you're pressing the back leg again in the air 10 times. Focus. If you can go for 10, do 5 or even 4 reps. Whatever you can do, come back to the class. Great. Let's step to the front and you can shake it out. Ready for the opposite side? Come onto your tippy toes. Step your right leg behind you a few times. Come onto the tippy toes. And from here you'll take your right leg behind you and press it back 10 times. Focus on the muscles that are working. Great. From here, step back in high lunge and side reaches. Feel your obliques stretching and working. Reaching in front of you, alternating hands. Double reaches. Pulsing. Back to side reaches. Really enjoy this. It's a beautiful move. Great. And now you come back to the front leg, standing on the left, press the right behind you. Back to high lunge, 10 of those. Focus on your balance. Focus on the steadiness of the move. Focus on the strength of your legs and core. If you jerk here and there, that's fine, we're all learning. Give yourself permission to have a learning curve. And back to high lunge. Drop the back heel down, warrior one, and you'll take the front heel off the floor, staying on the tippy toes if you can. And now we'll come up. Press the leg behind us, come up onto the left, press the right back as shown in the video. All these moves will help you build strong, toned, lean legs. You can bring your hands in if you want to, or keep them on your hips, or feel free to hold on to a chair. And now we're going to again shake it out, move the hips, move in any way you want to move, follow the rhythm. Let's continue. Take a wide stance here If you're familiar with yoga, this is going to be intense side stretch, otherwise take a nice wide stance and align your heels so that your heels are along the same line, hands behind you in prayer, and bend forward, bringing your chest over your right thigh. Let's bring the right hand on the floor, left arm up, triangle pose, and wrap your left arm back and around to grab your right thigh. Take plie from here, transition smoothly into plie and begin to move your arm across. Stay on your tippy toes, optional. Try to balance here, now side reaches. Keep coming back to this class and the moves will become organic. Great, face the back of the room, take the same stance for side angle, hands in prayer behind you, lower the chest over the left thigh. Transitioning into triangle, left arm, hand on the floor, right arm up. Wrap it back and around, bending the knees, plie. Optional, onto your tippy toes and reach side to side. Using your core. Now let's reach up and over, side bends. Focusing on the balancing here. Great, coming out of plie. You can move your hips side to side. You can shake your legs. Coming back to your breath. Fluid moves. And let's begin reaching side to side with the arms. The gaze is following the hands. Side to side reaching over the head now. You get the drill. We are going to focus on side bends. Great, plie. Lifting one heel off the floor and coming down into plie. So plie pumps with just one heel off the floor. Let's take the other one off the floor. Plie pumps or plie squats. Coming back to this routine will help you build strong, flexible legs. Great. Now plie, both heels come off the floor. Lift and alternate. Lift, lower, lift, lower. Excellent. Shake it out. Coming back to the breath. And let's bring the spine into the move. Moving the spine, moving the hips. I will call this class hips and spine awake. Great, back to plie. We're going to pump one leg, one heel off the floor, coming down into plie. Opposite side, pump, heels come off the floor, one heel comes off the floor. Great, plie, both heels down, side reach, right elbow over the leg, opposite side. Back to plie. Now let's bring the spine into it, moving side to side from the waist up. The legs are steady here, the hips are steady. Side reaches. And coming out of this, shake it out, figure eight moves maybe. Spine comes into it. Take a breath, getting ready for our next move. Step your right foot forward, left leg behind, heels aligning, forward bend again, intense side stretch, chest over the right leg. Hands on the floor, plank. Knee tucks, bringing the right knee between the elbows. One more rep. Back to down dog. step the left foot forward, prepare for intense side stretch on this side, lower the chest over the left leg, forward fold. Hands on the floor, plank, knee tucks, left knee between the elbows. Great. And let's lower the knees down onto the floor, coming onto all fours. You will take your right leg up behind you and you will give me a few leg pumps. Then bending the knee and bringing the leg up and slightly across. Experiment with where you feel the most work is done. You're working on your hips and glutes and hamstrings. So stay in the place where you feel the work is getting done. Shoot for 5 to 10 pumps or leg lifts. Keep your belly firm. Great, and back to downward facing dog. Walk your hands back to your toes, forward bend, walk your hands forward to plank, and from here take really small steps with your feet forward, so they will come eventually between your hands. Keep walking, stretching the hamstrings. Great, forward bend. Inhale, look ahead of you, hands on the floor, and reverse the movement, walk back all the way to plank. And now we'll go for the same pumps, only from plank instead of from the knees. If this is too much for you, feel free to bring the knee down on the floor. 10 of the same leg pumps. Now using a little more of the core. Great, walk the hands back to your feet, forward bend. Let's walk back to plank. And walk the feet forward, small steps, coming all the way to the front, forward bend. Look ahead of you, hands on the floor, walk back to plank. 10 pumps on the opposite side. Make the most out of it by really concentrating on contracting the muscles. This is great for your glutes. No resistance training, so it's good for any level. Walk to the front, forward bend. Inhale, coming all the way up to standing. Side to side reaches. I'm moving throughout the entire sequence, following the rhythm, side to side bends, because it feels good to be in motion sometimes. Sometimes it feels better to be steady, sometimes it feels good to keep moving. And let's do cross reaches, reaching across from your body. Great, next move, side lunge with a cross reach. Side lunge, touch your foot, cross reach. Touching the foot with the opposite hand, side reach. Press your hips back. 10 of those. Really using your midsection with all these moves. Drive it from the midsection. Opposite side. Keep the back straight as you bend forward. Feel your glutes, legs working as you do the side lunge. Great, plie, heels off the floor. Alternating double pumps maybe. Stay lower and lower in your plie as we advance into this sequence and you're warmed up. Let's bring the hands forward, bending over, chest parallel to the floor. And here you can just use your core to keep the chest parallel to the floor. Excellent. Frog stretch, you will lower your knees on the floor, inner knees. Calves parallel to each other, flex your feet, hold here. Stretching the inner thighs. Excellent. Coming back up, sit onto your heels. Side to side stretches, side to side bends, now twists, side to side. Bring your hands onto your thighs. Bring your hips into it, lifting one hip at a time. You can do the figure eights or circular movements. We're really bringing movement into the hips and the spine. Good. And now side to side reaches again. Let's bring the heels by the hips and lower down for quadricep stretch. Great. Coming out of this, bring your legs in front of you, forward bend. Reach over the head and bend forward. And you can repeat this a few more times. Reach over the head, bend forward. Staying in motion rather than the steady yoga stretches we do. This is a little bit different, but a good change. Keep reaching forward. You can reach your hands over your head and that also works on your shoulders. Great. Lower down onto your back. Bridge pose, feet parallel to each other. Bring your hips up and guess what? Bridge pumps. Let's go for 10 to 20 bridge pumps, lifting the hips. Keep your feet facing forward, pointing forward, and focus on your glutes. Next, we're going to do one-legged bridge pump. Take left leg up and then alternate. The right leg comes up, lifting with the left leg. Lower both legs down, hold. Great. Let's lower the booty on the floor, lift your legs over your head, hands over the head without touching the floor so that you're using your core here. And we're going to bend the knees, keeping the heels together and straighten the legs. Heels together, keep bending, and as you extend, contract the muscles. From here, lower the right leg a few inches off the floor and then just the left leg a few inches off the floor. Just focusing on the strength of your core here. Focus on the core. Continue lowering one leg off the floor and then the opposite leg. Great, stretch it out, legs over the chest. Bringing the right leg over the chest. Leg left over the chest. Great, roll onto your belly, cobra, a back bend here. And press yourself up all the way into a down dog with the knees bent so you can continue moving the hips. In figure eights, stay in motion. Let's inhale the right leg up, bend the knee and drop the foot behind you in wild thing. Great, coming back up. And 5 more pumps in down dog. Lower down, take the left leg up, bend the knee, drop it down, wild thing. Coming back up, one-legged dog, 5 pumps with the left leg. Right leg comes up, left leg comes up. You can do a little hop here, hopping the left up, right up, or just pumps. Experiment here with whatever feels right to you. Wild thing, right leg crosses over, and here we're going to do hip pumps. We did the same move in my shapeshifter. Great, coming back to down dog, leg pumps with opening the foot out. Great, opposite side, left leg, leg pumps, wild thing, hip pumps, 3 to 5 pumps. Really press the hips high. Great, and hands on the floor, a few more leg pumps, opening the foot out. So we're targeting different parts of the legs and booty. Great, step it back down, more figure eights with the hips maybe. Walk your hands back to your feet, forward bend. Shake your shoulders. And I'm facing the camera for ease of use here, but you can stay where you are and take chair pose with hips movement. Stepping the feet. Mini steps. Chair. You can reach out to the sides. Knee circles. Plie. Heel pumps. I'm getting sweaty, so I hope you're breaking a sweat as well. Side reaches. Stay low in the plie. Heel pumps. One more frog stretch. Lower down. Breathe. Breathe into your inner thighs. And let's straighten the legs. Coming out of this forward bend, you can shake your hips here. Reaching with the hands forward, just shake, shake, shake. And come all the way up. To standing. Catch your breath. Side angle, look forward, bend over the right leg. From here, transition into semi half splits or splits to pigeon. We're moving quickly through everything, staying in motion. It's a very feminine practice, staying in motion, no steadiness. Take a nice aligned pigeon, hips are square. And Sophie is making an appearance here because she thinks I'm done since I'm on the floor. And she's been patient enough. Great, coming out of pigeon, back to down dog. A few more leg pumps with mini jumps maybe. And let's step the left foot between the hands, square the hips. Intense side stretch, bring the chest over the left leg. Transition into half splits. Pigeon. Square the hips. And lower down. Breathe into your hips. We're almost done with this very fluid practice. Coming back to your breath any chance you get. Great. Coming out of this, pump your left leg a few times up. That's the theme of this class. And let's sit onto the heels, bring the knees down on the floor. Twisting side to side. Side bends. And we can bring the legs in front of us, soles of the feet together. Focusing on the breath, we're slowing down a bit, stretching, enjoying the breath. Side to side bends again. Open the chest, hands behind you. And let's extend the legs forward, wide-legged forward bend. A few more side to side reaches in a wide-legged forward bend. This is a good complement to steady stretching. It's good to bring this type of movement every so often into your practice, into your routine. Mini twists, looking over your shoulder to one side and then to the opposite side a few times. And here we're going to move the spine, rounding the spine and opening the chest, rounding the spine and opening the chest, rounding the spine. This awakens the spine. Move in a wave-like motion and lower down, as far down as your body allows. Optional, you can continue moving side to side or stay in a forward bend. Listen to your body. And let's cross the feet in front of us for a few more wave-like motions here, rounding the spine and opening the chest. And you can also create circular movements around the base of the spine, changing directions if you're moving in a circular fashion. Let's straighten the legs, bring the feet on the ground, forward bend, and step your right foot between your hands, high lunge, step the back foot behind you, warrior one alignment or high lunge. A few more circular movements with the hands, shoulder rolls or drawing circles with the fingertips, changing sides. Warrior one, left leg leading, a few more circular movements here. Really bringing blood circulation in every part of the body. Great. Chair pose. Namaste.